Princeton 65-63. Looking for a victory tonight before taking on Buchanan Upshur on Saturday. As we look to the season stats, both teams with really good margins. George Washington outscoring their opponents by over 250 points this year, 105-6 to 885. As for Woodrow Wilson, 1,109 to 1,034 against. Those stats brought to you by Salango Law. As GW continues to get ready to roll, these two teams, potential regional opponents down the line. They didn't meet there last year, but you could definitely see that matchup coming a little bit later on. They've squared off once this season back on January 13th with the Patriots edging Woodrow 60-57. Had the festivities pregame. Jackson Clark as well as Brady Anderson honored, walking through the tunnel. The cheerleaders had senior day as well. Woodrow trying to spoil it on the road tonight as we look to some of the key players, beginning with the home team. George Washington, Chance Hartwell. He's the point guard. He'll run the show. Came over from St. Albans. He's had an immediate impact, and look for him to get his playmakers involved. He can shoot it. He can drive it too. And the leading scorer and rebounder, number 5, Noah Lewis, is kind of a stretch 4. He does a lot of work under the rim, but he can come out to the top of the key and pass the ball as well. GW has a lot of options, very even scoring, which makes them quite dangerous. Dawson Lunsford, number 10, he's the sharpshooter, almost 50% from downtown this season. Also look for the Hurricane transfer, number 11, Jackson Clark, and number 2, Christian Goebel. As we look at Woodrow Wilson, who make a trip just over an hour, not too bad, from Beckley and the Armory, their normal confines. They'll start number 10, Kobe Dillon, who averages 14.4 points per game, an 82% free throw shooter. Elijah Redfern, the leading scorer at 18.3 per clip. Number 14, Zion Hawthorne's in double figures as well at 13.6 points per contest. You'll see Jalen Walton, also number 52, coming in at 8 points per game, and Preston Clary at 6.8 points per clip as well. Got the two Burgundy teams squaring off tonight. Beckley in the road maroons, and GW, I'd imagine, wearing the all-whites as they retreat to the locker room. When we come back, we'll introduce the starters and give you a little more coverage from South Hills. You're watching high school basketball on the HD Media Game Day app.
Hi, I'm Ben Nickel. I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that Bobcat pride at your local Par-Mar stores. From food and drinks to gas and more, we have everything you'll need at Par-Mar. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the rewards cards. We have stores throughout Ohio, and we're coming soon to your neighborhood. We are Bobcat proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
The HD Media Plus app is your ticket to see all the action on the hardcourt as it happens.
Sam banks it in! Sam's from 3!
Download it today for free to your smartphone or TV so you won't miss another shot.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
If you're hungry late or you're on a date, Adelphia's the place to be. Awesome wings, fried feta cheese, let's all meet and have a drink. Friendly smiles and TVs for miles, Adelphia's the place for me.
We live stream sports from across the globe. Join us for Sunday Brunch from 10 to 1, Adelphia on Capitol Street.
Ball Automotive Group is here for all your automotive needs. We have 3 locations with over 300 new vehicles available and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Ball Automotive has been an integral part of our community, which we have proudly served for over 20 years. With over 1,300 online reviews, you'll see why our customers keep coming back. To see what Advantage Toyota of Barbersville, Ball Toyota of Charleston, and L&S Toyota of Beckley have to offer, visit us online at ballautomotivegroup.com.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
At Glenville State University, you can discover friends to last a lifetime, professors who broaden your perspective, and the skills and education for future success in a small town environment. At Glenville State University, you can become a pioneer.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi. You know, our West Virginia military veterans are the last ones to ask for handouts, yet many of them are hungry. I invite you to watch a video that shows an amazing monthly program that helps feed our veterans in Beckley and Clarksburg. Huntington Bank and other partners would like to expand this program to other areas of our state, and we'd love for you to help. Watch the video at wvenriched.com. That's wvenriched.com.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
To us, justice is not just a word. It's why we fight. Warner Law Offices. When you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
And we're back at South Hills. GW ready to take on Woodrow Wilson. We'll take it to floor level with assistant football coach and longtime PA man, the Honorable Coach Crack.
Now for the home team, the Patriots of George Washington High School. The 6'3" senior guard, number 2, Christian Gameday. A 6'1" senior guard, number 3, Chance Hartwell. A 6'4" senior forward, number 11, Jackson Clark. A The 6'7" sophomore forward, number 5, Noah Lewis. Back guard, number 10, Dawson Lunsford.
We are about ready for tip-off here. GW getting riled up as they'll break it down. It is senior night. Chance Hartwell, Dawson Lunford, Christian Goebel, as well as Brady Anderson and Jackson Clark honored tonight as they'll crowd around Coach Green. Brady Anderson getting the start tonight, a senior-heavy lineup as the Patriots will search for a 13th victory of the season, and Woodrow Wilson trying to spoil the party on the road tonight. Now's the time that you got to generate momentum moving towards the postseason. Sectionals loom near as we get ready to see who steps in the center circle. For Woodrow, it'll be number 12, Elijah Redfern, across from number 21, Brady Anderson. G-Dub going right to left, Woodrow left to right as it's controlled with Chance Hartwell. And the Patriots into the first half court set. They'll throw over to Lunsford, who kicks out into the corner. Here's Goebel, one bounce. Left-hand dribble drive, kick out Hartwell, wing three. And it's short off the mark. Offensive board, Brady Anderson. And he's got it from point blank. Brady Anderson doing his work early, getting in position. And crashing the offensive glass. Early advantage for the Patriots. Here's Redfern, kick to the corner. And got a foul call on the floor. Jackson Clark whistled for the contact. First foul of the ball game as he got Zion Hawthorne. And now Redfern in front of the Patriot cheerleaders who were honored for senior night as well will kick it top key. And deflection, Hartwell got a palm to it. It'll stay with the Black Eagles. Correction, Flying Eagles. As they'll work it in front of the bench and go to the corner. Here's Hawthorne, deep three, and it's off the mark. Great box out there, Jackson Clark. Here comes Goebel on the break. Turns and pitches, gets it right back top key. 1 minute gone, first quarter action. As Lunsford is going to survey, throws far side wing Brady Anderson. They'll skip it over here to Hartwell. These two teams, potential regional opponents, meeting for the second time this season. As Lunsford is looking for the baseline, cut off, he'll try the turnaround, and it's money. Dawson Lunsford, the senior, with 2 points, 4-0. The Patriots lead it. As it's over to Kobe Dillon, 14 points per game for him. As he'll kick it out, here's Hawthorne trying to back down Lunsford. And Redfern's got a pitch. 6:18 and winding. The long runners off the mark. And Jackson Clark clears. Woodrow, a few empty possessions to start. Lunsford in the corner. Slashes to the cup. He's got two. Dawson Lunsford, second made field goal. You got to respect his outside shooting. Just went for the little up fake. That slight hesitation gave him the edge. And George Washington looking sharp early on. As Redfern threw it away, Lunsford got a hand to it. And here comes George Washington pushing the tempo. Now Goebel slows. As Hartwell goes towards midcourt. And he'll give it to Christian Anderson, banging in the post. Has a mismatch on Redfern. They'll cycle it on through as Clark now drives. Mid-range pull-up is around and in. And Woodrow Wilson going to have to call a timeout as Jackson Clark knocks it down. So an 8-0 run to get things started through the first two and some change. If you're Rick Green, you got to love that. As George Washington looks to position itself for a run. They're one behind Martinsburg in the coaches poll, who knocked off the Patriots during the Parmar shootout. I had a good time at the Parmar, got to see some of the best teams in the state. I called a great game out of Single A, Tug Valley versus Webster. Tug Valley ran away with that one. Also got to see Martinsburg beat Wesley Christian out of Kentucky the night before. So no matter what division you're in, you're going to have your hands full. But this is how you got to play. The Patriots, one of the more fundamentally sound teams in the state, one of the more balanced teams in West Virginia. And Woodrow right now just searching for answers. They're going to go to the bench. Number 52, Jalen Walton in. He'll make his first appearance. Walton averaging 8 per clip. As they'll throw it to the wing. First touch. And it's up top. Redfern left-hand drive. Dumps it off underneath. It's a bucket. And that was number 24, Nazir King. As the Patriots up by 6. Yo-yo at far side. Clark, quick jab step. Crossover dribble. Goes to Goebel in the corner. As it's to Lunsford. Dawson Lunsford. As they'll switch sides of the floor, here's Clark. Cut off. Good defense here by the Flying Eagles. They're in a man-to-man. Straight away, Hartwell. Corner, here's a Clark 3-ball. And it was way short. Goebel, offensive rebound. And he's got it. Flipped it up and in. Christian Goebel, the senior, sticking with it. That'll make it 10-2 George Washington. Bounce pass far side. There's Elijah Redfern. Over 18 points a game. Looking to get on the score sheet as he'll skip it. Here's a 3, and it's well off the mark for Kobe Dillon. And the student section getting involved. That's the first name identified via the airball chant. Goebel, 3-ball off the mark. As it's slapped to Lunsford, follow up no. They'll crash to the floor. They'll get him for the travel. And I think they got the right call there. Anytime you go to the hardwood with the ball, that's probably going to be the call. There weren't any pushes or anything. Incredibly clean early on, just one team foul. Woodrow with 0, just George Washington with the lone infraction. As we're going to see Noah Lewis and Chuck Kelly check to the scores table. Step back 3, good. That's Elijah Redfern. They'll slice the deficit to 5. 3:40 and ticking. Here's Hartwell. Goes over to Christian. Christian moving towards the other side. 4 out here for the Patriots as Lunsford will pull from the corner. And it's off the side iron. Tipped right out to Hartwell. Perfect deflection in and out on the 3. As we got a battle for it. Jackson Clark with the effort, but possession arrow Flying Eagles. As now we'll see Chuck Kelly. And here comes Lewis, out goes Clark and Brady Anderson. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar near you now, there will be soon. Zion Hawthorne will try a left-hand floater. Tough shot. That is incredibly difficult. Off 1 foot, going to the ground. Talk about touch, it's 10-7. Here's Noah Lewis at the block. Trying to find Goebel on the cut. He'll have to clear. As it's to Lunsford. Lunsford, spin move. Dawson, short corner. Here's a Lewis mid-range, and it's off. Here come the Flying Eagles. They can tie with a 3-ball. As Redfern will conduct traffic. Deep Hawthorne 3 is off. As Hartwell's going to jog it across the GW. Goebel over to Chuck Kelly. 2 sports standout Kelly is. Lunsford needs to get some good looks. He's a wonderful spot-up shooter. Redford smothering him there as it's deflected out. Had the girls' playoff matchups posted, I think, earlier today on West Virginia Metro News. George Washington really going to have a shot at the state title. Their main challenger, Morgantown, was defeated at the hands of Coach LeMaster's group during that Parmar shootout-loaded schedule as Lewis goes to work, and he's got his first points. That's just getting a mismatch and taking it. Step back, Redfern, corner, it's blocked. Dawson Lunsford. 12-7, you got the stop, can you get the score? Here's Goebel, top key. Lewis, face up. I'll kick it out. Now Noah posting up, turning around and shooting. It's off. Rebound, Kobe Dillon. 138 and ticking. Dillon yet to get on the score sheet. Pitches backwards. Hawthorne gives it right back to Kobe. On the floater. Over the front of the rim and good. Nice little 1-2. And it's 12-9. 1:22 and rolling. Here's Lunsford. Goes top key. As Kelly pitches backwards, Chance Hartwell. Low post, one bounce. Lewis over top of the defender. Second tough basket for Noah Lewis. It's 14-9. As we got 60 seconds left. And a rejection. Noah Lewis winning the battle in the interior. Woodrow able to keep control of it. Beckley down by 5. They tumbled over Noah Lewis, no call. But it's out of bounds. I'm always a little confused when there's no call on a play like that. I would have leaned more block than charge, but there was a ton of contact. That's definitely not nothing. As they'll go near side corner. And up top here to Jalen Walton. Redfern looking for a man. Pitches backwards. As Hawthorne will have to slow things down. 35 and ticking. Are the Flying Eagles going to hold for the last shot here? Long pitch. Turnaround hook no good for King. And with 20 left, the Patriots with a head of steam. Lewis blocked, but they made contact. He'll head to the charity strike. So 14-9, 18.3 seconds left. As Noah Lewis will step to the free throw line. All 4 Patriots back. And the first one is good. Give Noah Lewis 5 early points. In for George Washington is number 33, Savion Brown. As the second one hits, 2 for 2. For Lewis, give him 6. As Anderson will come back in. Noah Lewis out. Four different Flying Eagles with baskets. Redfern with one made 3. As he'll try to split a double team, gets to the rack. And it's a block going to go against Chuck Kelly. And Redfern to head to the stripe. Good job staying patient through the trap. And Redfern, a 72% free throw shooter. Going to bounce it a couple times. Free throw up. It'll trickle home. And number 12 with 4. So George Washington on a missed basket here. Going to have to get out and go. Only got 5.6. And this one's off. Here we go. Here comes Brown. 3 seconds left. Savion Brown skips it to the wing. 3 up. And it's off the mark. The score will stay right there. 16-10. George Washington leads on senior night. And we're back after this on HD Media Game Day.
Hi, I'm Ben Nickel. I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that Bobcat pride at your local Par-Mar stores. From food and drinks to gas and more, we have everything you'll need at Par-Mar. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the rewards cards. We have stores throughout Ohio, and we're coming soon to your neighborhood. We are Bobcat proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And we're back at George Washington High School, 16-10. The Patriots lead it through the first quarter of action. Just had the cheerleading team wrap things up. It was just announced they placed 6th at Nationals. So George Washington just loaded top to bottom. And the basketball team playing well tonight. Noah Lewis with 6 points to lead the way, as George Washington will start out with the possession. And Savion Brown will kick it to Gale Lamb in front of the Flying Eagle bench. And over to Chuck Kelly. Kelly will find Christian Goebel, the senior. As Lamb Pitch backward, Kelly, elbow, Brady Anderson, spin move, through contact, well off the mark, follow up, good. I think Chuck Kelly tipped it in. I'm not quite sure how, but Kelly gets it to go, 18-10. Here's a deep Redfern three, it's off. And Anderson, a nifty tip to Lamb. Here comes Brown on the break. Off a screen left side. No curl, now drives. Hot pass to Kelly. Here's a Lamb wing three, ball perfect. Gale Lamb stepping into it. Those are the types of looks you want. Getting to your spot, catching it, and letting it fly. Lead extended to double digits, 21-10. As Redfern crosses over. He'll kick underneath. And it's strong, no good for Walton. On the break, Goebel. Top keys, Savion Brown. Lamb, why not again? Yes! Gale Lamb, 2 for 2 to start out the second quarter. Lamb off the bench, ready to contribute right away. And his teammates doing a good job of finding him. As the cheerleaders will retake the court. Had the most recent coaches poll come in this week. As we survey throughout the land, we'll do this a little bit during the broadcast. Class Single A had Tucker County number 1, Tug Valley 2, Webster 3, James Monroe 4. And I can just say I saw Tug Valley play at the Parmar. They beat Webster by a pretty wide margin, and that is a for real contender. They're probably my front runner right now in that Class Single A division, but you never know. James Monroe's an experienced squad. They don't bring back as much talent as last year, but still a lot. And Webster is not afraid to shoot the basketball. If they're hot, the Highlanders, a legitimate contender. If not, it tends to get a little bit squirrely. They definitely live and die by the outside shot. As GW is going to break down the huddle. Got a loaded field in AA, AAA, Quad A as well. We'll get to that over the course of the ball game. But right now it's all about George Washington. As they're out to an efficient start, Gale Lamb with 6 points to tie a game high with Noah Lewis's 6. As they'll go near side wing. Here's Redfern. Going to the paint, it's a turnover. Clark tipped it to Hartwell on the break. As it'll go top key, Lewis. Lewis, low post, Clark. Clark through a double team. Turnaround lefty off. Got his own board. Follow up good off the glass. That's persistence. And Jackson Clark with 4 first, second quarter points. As the second will go to 6:05. Here's Hawthorne, one bounce over to Kobe Dillon. Dillon with just the 2 points goes top key, Elijah Redfern. Zion Hawthorne will let it rip. It's off, long board controlled by Lamb. Here comes Hartwell, volleyball line. And Lewis goes over to Jackson Clark. Good ball movement here for the Patriots. A lot of cutting, a lot of moving. As Lewis will back down the defender and kicks it out. 5:32 and ticking. Lewis. Spin move, fall away jump shot. And that's off the mark. As Hawthorne will go 1-on-4 here, kicks out. Redfern baseline, kicks to Kobe Dillon. Spot up 3, money.
Kobe Dillon for 3.
Kobe Dillon makes it 26-13, give Dillon 5. As Hartwell will call out 1. Glad to be broadcasting local sports. We'll have George Washington baseball in the spring. Got to fill out the slate earlier today. They got a good team coming back. Here's Gale Lamb on the drive. Blew past everybody. Gale Lamb, huge first half impact. He's got 8. As they bounce it underneath. And 1. Beautiful up fake, Nazir King. Basket and the foul. Had good weather today, kind of felt like a baseball day. Saw the whole squad out there getting in some reps. So we'll have that coverage throughout the year. As Nazir King, 4 points in the contest, will bend the knees, free throws up and swished. The 52% free throw shooter with 5. And Woodrow going to go to the full court pressure, but not for long. They'll retreat as Hawthorne shades Gale Lamb. 4:31 till half. Here's Jackson Clark. Over the head goes top key Lunsford. Dawson Lunsford pitches back out. Hartwell back to Dawson. George Washington really knows how to cut. They got a lot of slashers, and there's one right there, Jackson Clark. When everybody can drive, you're just a defensive nightmare. Redfern blocked. 30-16. I think it was Lunsford that got a piece, as Lamb will kick cross court, and they'll slow things down. Lamb, deep three, money. Gale Lamb on fire. Into double figures with 11. And he is an early candidate for the Caldwell Luce DeTrapano Player of the Game. Still early, long way to go. Hawthorne corner three off. Clark battling for it. He'll dive towards the sideline. And it stays with Beckley. As Christian Goebel checks in, Lewis coming out. And Savion Brown ready to return to action. As 500-plus win head coach Rick Green going to look on. Hoping for another state title. He's one of the goats of goats in West Virginia. Got to talk to another one, and Dave Rogers out of Martinsburg at the Parmar. Talk to Ravenswood coach Mick Price all the time. There's just something about those mainstay long-term coaches that separates them. You don't stay somewhere as long as Rick Green has without really making an impact over the years, as Hawthorne will go backwards. Here's Kobe Dillon, 3:19 and ticking. And a touch now for Redfern. As Brown defends, crossed him over. Finger roll short. And Goebel controls. Brown traveled. Just got in between what he wanted to do. As Preston Clary for Woodrow Wilson will throw it in. Clary averaging 6.8 per contest. But the Flying Eagles just without answers offensively. They've had a lot off balance, a lot of deep threes. Through traffic here, they lose it. That's a turnover. Here comes Lamb with 11 points. Now Christian Goebel. Near side is Savion Brown. 2:42 and ticking. Gale Lamb is fouled. They got him on the arm. And they got number 24, Nazir King. It's his first of the game, just the first team foul on Woodrow. And Lamb, first try, perfect. Give him 12. As Chuck Kelly and Chance Hartwell come in. Gotta say, the new rule to make fouls reset every quarter has made high school basketball much more watchable this year. As Lamb's off the mark. Wasn't quite sure how it would play out, but there's just a better flow to the game. As Hawthorne finds Kobe Dillon. And into the corner. Clary goes back up top. And Clary. Weave action here. As Redfern bumps a couple times, kicks back out. And it's to the wing. Dillon up fake, open three is good.
Dillon for three.
Kobe Dillon, 2 made triples, and he's up to 8 points. Your score is 34-19. As Hartwell, the senior, will throw it to Lunsford in the paint. One bounce, Kelly. Outside it goes, Gale Lamb. And Goebel, yo-yos. GW patient. Skip past Lunsford. Pull up, jump shot, long two is strong. Here comes Hawthorne. Over to Redfern, pull up. It's off. Good defense there by Gale Lamb on the contest. And if he makes that one, you can live with it. Just get a hand in his face and make it difficult. As Noah Lewis is going to check to the scores table. Coach Green imparting a couple more words of wisdom. as it goes all the way through over to the other side of the wing. There's Lunsford, face up three, and it's short. Rebound controlled by Clary. Inside a minute till half. Coming up at halftime, we'll go over some headlines as that's money. Elijah Redfern, 2 made threes, give him 7. We'll update you on the latest with full court press featuring Bob Huggins, even talk a little statewide high school action. And it's been a busy couple of weeks on the trail. This is the meat of the hoops here in the Mountain State. As Lunsford will try to go to work on Redfern. Redfern makes some pass off to Chance Hartwell. Hartwell, hesitation, straight away threes off. And Clary controls. 34-22. Woodrow can cut it under 10. Corner three, Dillon off. Couple of bounces. It'll stay with the Flying Eagles. So big shot for momentum here. You want to take a single-digit deficit into the locker room. As Redfern will go baseline. And the Flying Eagles break from a stack. They'll go out. Here's Hawthorne. Inside 10. Dribble handoff, Redfern. Redfern with 7. Has a step on Kelly. Step back off the mark from the mid-range. And the last 2 seconds tick off as that heave will be well short. And that'll do it for your first half of action. George Washington up 34-22. You're watching high school basketball on HD Media Game Day.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
The HD Media Plus app is your ticket to see all the action on the hard court as it happens.
Sims banks it in! Sims from 3!
Download it today for free to your smartphone or TV so you won't miss another shot.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
If you're hungry late or you're on a date, Adelphia's the place to be. Awesome wings, fried feta cheese. Let's all meet and have a drink. Friendly smiles and TVs for miles. Adelphia's the place for me.
We live stream sports from across the globe. Join us for Sunday Brunch from 10 to 1, Adelphia on Capitol Street.
Ball Automotive Group is here for all your automotive needs. We have 3 locations with over 300 new vehicles available and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Ball Automotive has been an integral part of our community, which we have proudly served for over 20 years. With over 1,300 online reviews, you'll see why our customers keep coming back. To see what Advantage Toyota of Barbersville, Ball Toyota of Charleston, and L&S Toyota of Beckley have to offer, visit us online at ballautomotivegroup.com.
Hi, I'm Ben Nickel. I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that Bobcat pride at your local Par-Mar stores. From food and drinks to gas and more, we have everything you'll need at Par-Mar. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the rewards cards. We have stores throughout Ohio, and we're coming soon to your neighborhood. We are Bobcat proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
We're back on HD Media Game Day, 34-22. George Washington leads it over potential regional opponent Woodrow Wilson. As it is halftime here, we'll roll through the scoring, beginning with the home team. The leader is Gale Lamb, who came in off the bench and provided a wonderful spark. He's knocked down 3 3-pointers. He's got 12 points overall. Lamb doing a good job, just staying ready for that pass, going right up and down the elevator. He's stroking it beautifully. Hopefully the Patriots continue to look for him. If you're a GW fan, probably the front runner right now for the Caldwell Luce DeTrapano Player of the Game. Noah Lewis with 6 points. Dawson Lunsford with 4. Jackson Clark has 6. Christian Goebel with 2. Brady Anderson with 2. And Chuck Kelly with a basket as well. As we'll flip it over to Woodrow Wilson. Kobe Dillon has 8 points. He knocked down 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. Elijah Redfern, the typical leading scorer, with 7. Zion Hawthorne with 2. And with 5 points, it's the big man, Nazir King. So GW looking to stay hot as they're the 4th-ranked team in Class Quad A. As we'll continue to roll through some of the statewide news, and we'll take a look at the AA division. I call it the money division. They have the most entertainment value in the state in Class AA, the most continuity and the most parity as far as who's going to win it. We really don't know. Number 1 is Bluefield. Number 2 is Chapmanville. Bluefield knocked off Charleston Catholic during the Parmar shootout. Chapmanville is the defending state champion. And then ranked 3rd is the Charleston Catholic Irish, who's got J. Allen Turner, one of the best players in West Virginia. They were the state runners-up last year. Number 4, you got Wheeling Central, Williamstown in the mix too, Ravenswood in the mix. So I just can't wait till the Civic Center. I have no idea who's going to win Class AA. That is going to be absolutely spectacular. And I don't know why. That one always has the most drama. And we'll see when sectionals come out next week, the schedules come out. We'll be more ready. We'll have a clearer picture as to the early matchups. Just trying to project what's going to happen down the line. That one could be anybody. I have no idea who's going to win AA. Got a decent inclination who's going to be playing for the state title in Class AAA. Fairmont Seniors number 1, Shady Spring 2. That was the best game of the whole tournament last year. It went right down to the wire. Fairmont Seniors spoiling the party for Shady Spring, who was widely considered the favorite. They won big at home and just couldn't finish for a second straight year. So Fairmont Senior, the defending champs, ranked number 1 currently. Nitro's 3rd. They'll have to get through a tough section with Ripley as well as Winfield and Point Pleasant. Nothing guaranteed over there. Number 4 in AAA is East Fairmont. So it's about that time. Playoffs are right around the corner as Woodrow Wilson's going to come out of the locker room getting up a few layups. A reminder to check out Full Court Press featuring the Hall of Famer Bob Huggins. Took the show on the road to Draft Restaurant and Bar this past week. Had a little audio issues as far as the live show went. The radio show went pretty well. Good ambience, got to interact with some fans. We'll get the tech issues nailed down as it pertains to the future. But a potential new home. We might have a home venue, Draft Restaurant and Bar. As it pertains to the commentary with me, Anthony, and Derek, not a lot of good things to say. Really embarrassing performance at Texas. Another dud against TCU. Maybe you can salvage some pride against Baylor on Saturday, but that's a tough ask. I mean, that is one of the most skilled teams in the Big 12, one of the most disciplined teams in the Big 12. West Virginia's been anything but, and it's just really been a wash of a season. So we'll see where it goes. We'll continue to get your radio show, but not the best year for Mountaineer Hoops. It is a great year for Patriot Hoops, and we'll see if they can finish when we come back with the second half on HD Media Game Day.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Glenville State University, you can discover friends to last a lifetime, professors who broaden your perspective, and the skills and education for future success in a small town environment. At Glenville State University, you can become a pioneer.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Ream home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
In an ever-changing world, one thing you can always count on is Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. You know, Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and their method is so straightforward it may shock you. Friendly service and a huge selection of inventory with more arriving daily. When you're ready for your next vehicle, take the short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
To us, justice is not just a word. It's why we fight. Warner Law Offices. When you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
We're back in South Hills, George Washington, ready for the third quarter. Out comes Christian Goebel, Chance Hartwell, Jackson Clark, Brady Anderson, and Dawson Lunsford. And for Beckley, it is Hawthorne, Kobe Dillon, as well as Elijah Redfern, and underneath, number 24, Nazir King. Actually, correction, number 52, Jalen Walton, starting the second half as Redfern will run through traffic, goes underneath to Walton. He missed it from point blank. And Anderson, the rebound. Really nice set out of the locker room. Just couldn't finish. Hartwell pulls back. Clark driving. We'll give it off as Hartwell switches sides. Lunsford three ball, and it's off the side iron. Clark follow up off the mark with the left. Couple of slaps, and it'll bounce out of bounds. Clark frustrated with himself. Had two good opportunities there. A clean look from three with your best shooter. And Clark underneath as they'll lob it into Anderson. Brady Anderson looks to go to the post. He'll kick out. And near side, it's with Clark. Lunsford will go to Goebel. Long two. Christian. He swished it. Really smooth off the ball movement. And Christian Goebel in a rhythm. Makes it 36-22. Here's Elijah Redfern. Stomps the break. Skip pass, and Lunsford stole it. Nice anticipation as Redfern committed a cardinal sin, really reckless cross-court pass that's in and out of the hands of Goebel. And Coach Green not going to be thrilled about the sloppy turnovers. So you trade him there as Zion Hawthorne, the 13.6 per game scorer, will walk it across the GW. And goes to Redfern, top key, up fake now with the elbow. Goes Hawthorne corner, underneath, Walton good. Jalen Walton the basket, give Hawthorne the assist. And it's cut to 36-24. Woodrow Wilson still in shouting distance as Hartwell crosses over and goes to Clark. Got a foul on the arm there. I think they got a Redfern on the floor. Chance Hartwell, one of the seniors being honored tonight. Really good, well-spoken kid. Got to interview him for full court press last year over at St. Albans when they beat number 1 Ripley. That was one of the best games of the season. He was well-spoken, very respectful. Most of the high school athletes we get to cover are. And we got great coverage here tonight. Taylor Kennedy, writer for the Charleston Gazette-Mail, sitting next to the scores table. So there will be some ink on this one tomorrow morning as Anderson's off the mark from the post. And here comes Hawthorne. They'll kick out Redfern. Couple steps behind the three-point line. It's off as Clark will clear. 5:38 and ticking. Over to the wing. Here's Lunsford. Kick into the corner. Clark three ball is off the mark. Anderson, fresh possession. And they're going to get him for the travel. Coach Green a bit confused. And Coach is just asking for more ball reversal. And when it gets stuck, you get those double teams. You don't get as much space. As Kobe Dillon will miss off the side of the rim. Bit of a settle there for the Flying Eagles. As we broadcast on the left side tonight, I can confidently say I'm the worst broadcaster here tonight. We got a couple of legends. Jeff Jenkins sitting next to me, CHS, and longtime Woodrow broadcaster Fred Persinger Jr. over on the other side. Persinger Sr. in the house too, not broadcasting, just watching. As Clark's off, but the follow's good for Dawson Lunsford. And he's got 6. The Persinger's one of the all-time great broadcasting families. Metro News Game Night has gotten me through a lot of long trips. As Redfern is down on the hardwood, got a blocking foul. And they got Hartwell. So here's Redfern, 72% from the charity strike this season. Has 7 points on the evening. As Preston Clary's going to help out with a sweat spot down there at the block. Woodrow trying to get some momentum rolling before a matchup against Buchanan Upshur next. And the free throw will trickle around and out. Woodrow knocked off Princeton 65-63 last time out. Prior to that, beat another Southern West Virginia team. What do we got here? They beat Oak Hill 76-48. That's what it was. Redfern will knock it down. And it's 38-25. Redfern with 8. Here comes Hartwell. Going the length of the floor. As Dillon jockeys. Left-hand drive. Had the early blow by. I think we got a foul on the floor. And it's on Kobe Dillon. First on Kobe. Second team foul. As Goble's going to lob to the corner. And Christian gets it back on the handoff. 3 up. And off. As Redfern clears. Elijah Redfern. Cut off. He'll kick out. Here's Preston Clary. Goes far side. Zion Hawthorne, deep one. And it's off. Christian Goble. Patriots by 13. As Lewis tells him to go to Hartwell, now asking for it in the post. Tried to float it over top. Lewis was fronting, but good job doubling by the Flying Eagles. As they'll begin with Noah Lewis. Lewis with 6 points all in the first quarter. Going to work in the post. And he's hit on the arm. Jalen Walton got a lot of ball, but some skin-to-skin contact. As Lewis will shoot 2. Second, Jalen Walton foul. Third against the Flying Eagles. And Lewis, perfect stroke. Noah Lewis, the leading scorer and rebounder. If George Washington is going to make a run, they're going to need number 5. And the second one's money. Noah Lewis with 8. Here's Hawthorne, volleyball line. Driving right side, underneath, Walton. Lost control, Chuck Kelly the switch. Able to deflect it out of bounds. Last time I talked to Coach Green, he was complimentary of the progress this team's made defensively. Just switching quicker, communicating better on this end. As that's off for Hawthorne. I think someone got a piece. And Hartwell with 3:32 and ticking. Going to use a Lewis screen. Hartwell draws the double, kicks out to Goebel, who knocked it down. Perfect action there. And Christian Goebel with 7 points, first made 3. That's how you run the show as a point guard. Wonderful job by Hartwell. And Clary in and out. The lid's on it for Woodrow Wilson. They've scored only 3 second-half points. As Goebel crosses over and kicks to the corner. Chuck Kelly, baseline drive. Now it's elbow. Lewis goes to the ground, kicks out Gale Lamb straight away. And it's off for Hartwell. Got a whistle and a foul call. Loose ball on Noah Lewis, trying to slow down Preston Clary. And it's the second on Noah, second on the Patriots. No action on the bench over there. Coach Green will ride it out. Third quarter, 2 fouls. That's nothing to worry about. And up to the scores tables, Nazir King for the Flying Eagles. As Hawthorne will pump the brakes. Turnaround jump shot. Good from 14 feet. Hawthorne, the shooter's roll. And here comes the full court pressure. Gale Lamb on the move to Hartwell as Kobe Dillon defends. And just a little pressure there off the inbound, but nothing really too daunting as Hartwell's up and under, finger rolls off. And it bounces over to Elijah Redfern. Redfern down by 16 and 1. Redfern showing a ton of strength. Able to flip it in off the window. And they got Christian Goebel. Redfern to finish off the old school three-point play. He will. Redfern in double figures after that with 11. Got a foul on the floor. And on the grab there, it's on number 14, Zion Hawthorne, just his first. And that's the last one to give for Woodrow. They're up to 4. As Noah Lewis goes centrally. And past Clary. Here's the trap. Now they throw to midcourt with Gale Lamb. Lamb into a sea of maroon jerseys. Switches sides. Straight away, Lamb. Deep one. In and out. Lamb really looking good stroking the basketball tonight. I'd give him some more looks. That was halfway down. I don't know how that missed. As the Zebras going to make another call here. And they'll get Gale Lamb. It's his first, 4th team. And here's Redfern with 3 made free throws today. Has a 4th. Shoots it well from there, 72%. Here's Dawson Lunsford and Jackson Clark in. Lewis and Goebel getting some much-needed rest. Something about senior days. Sometimes it's more pressure, sometimes you ride the energy. GW has just been calm and steady tonight. As Redfern goes perfect for the trip, slices the deficit to 11. 1:33 left, third quarter action. There's Chuck Kelly. Early trap. Throws it over to Lunsford. And Lunsford across the logo. Pushes to the corner. Jackson Clark. Gives it off to Chance Hartwell. And they'll go all the way around the perimeter. One bounce. Mid-range jump shot. Chance is short. Woodrow can slice it to single digits. First time in a while as Redfern will throw to the wing. Dillon underneath. Clary left all alone. He blew it. As they'll go to the corner, Zion Hawthorne 3. And it's off. Clark controls. Hawthorne took it right back. And again off the mark from close. As it slapped to Kelly. You got to take advantage of those opportunities if you're Beckley. G-Dub did not defend the weak side and could have sliced it to 9. Now the Patriots can go up 13 or 14 as Clark looks for the edge, turns and pitches. Beautiful ball movement, up fake. Here's Lunsford from 18 feet. He drains it. Dawson Lunsford up to 8 points, passing up an all-right shot for a great one. The pump fake is the best play in basketball. I don't care what anybody says. 5 seconds left. Redfern over to Clary. 2 seconds left. Over top of a defender. It's off. And that'll do it for your first half. Rather, that's your score through 3 quarters. 45-32, GW up. We're back after this on HD Media Game Day.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
And we're back on HD Media Game Day. 45-32 your score in favor of George Washington here on Senior Night. As the Flying Eagles look to make a push, Elijah Redfern coming alive there in that third quarter. He's up to 13 points. And over the last 8 minutes, he had 6. Looking for some help. Kobe Dillon with 8 points, held scoreless in the third quarter. For George Washington, Christian Goebel with 7 on the night. And Gale Lamb with 12. Lamb will yo-yo it over to Chuck Kelly, who dribbles and hands to Chance Hartwell. Woodrow Wilson on the road tonight. One of the all-time great West Virginia programs is Lunsford. Will get it on the roll. And that'll give him 11 points. Lunsford, one of the best three-point shooters in West Virginia. A notch below 50%. That is incredibly efficient. And now Hartwell off the mark, but Anderson tips it home. Brady Anderson with 4 points, second field goal. And that's what he does, Brady. Really tough to box out. As it's near side. 3 up and swished, Kobe Dillon. That'll give Dillon 11. And Coach Green going to burn a full timeout as the Patriots lead things by 15. We'll take it with them. Back after this on HD Media Game Day.
If you're hungry late or you're on a date, Adelphia's the place to be. Awesome wings, fried feta cheese. Let's all meet and have a drink. Friendly smiles and TVs for miles. Adelphia's the place for me.
We live stream sports from across the globe. Join us for Sunday Brunch from 10 to 1, Adelphia on Capitol Street.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're back to the action. 6:59 left here in the fourth quarter. As Chuck Kelly having a little trouble inbounding. George Washington has to take 2 straight timeouts. I don't think Coach Green's going to be overly excited about that, as it's just a 30. We'll keep it right here. GW with a couple of double-figure scores, one of them number 10, Dawson Lunsford, the senior, with 11. Gail Lamb with 12, as the Patriot cheerleaders will get the fans riled up. We're moving towards sectionals, getting right down to it. As we continue to look through some things on the girls' side, the Lady Patriots 17-3, lost at Ashland Paul Blazer yesterday, and that snapped a 16-game winning streak. That team has been red hot. You can afford to stub a toe every now and again, and I believe they're still unbeaten against West Virginia competition. All of their losses out of state, so Coach LeMaster has plenty to feel good about. Let's see if Coach Green's point was hammered home, as Kelly gonna enter it there. Good job by Lunsford flashing open. And here comes Hartwell. Across from Kobe Dillon. Will turn his back now. One hand throws Gail Lamb. And Lamb now fouled as Redfern hit him on the shoulder. First team foul of the quarter, first against Redfern. And Jackson Clark comes back into the game as Lamb sits down. There's Kelly with the pumpkin. Goes backwards to Chance Hartwell. And Hartwell goes over to Clark. Here's Clark, couple hesitations in the lane. Over top of two guys, it's no good. And Lunsford trying to get in position for the putback is grabbed. Let's see who they whistled there. I think it was number 24, Nazir King it was. That'll be the second against King, second on Beckley. Beckley on the road tonight. They got one of the best home atmospheres in West Virginia. The Armory is really something to behold. West Virginia Tech plays there too. Lunsford reverse layup way off as it's tipped to Drew Fitzwater, who's in the game for the first time. Let's see where this one goes. Bucket's good. They'll call the charge. Chuck Kelly sacrificing his body. Ultimate teammate Chuck Kelly. Baseball, basketball, doesn't matter. This kid is a freshman last year, had a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and that's how you get on the floor right away and make plays like that. Kelly, I think, played a quarter of JV earlier. As Kelly at the elbow, they'll pick up the dribble. One bounce over to Clark. Clark spins to the corner. Lunsford, why not? And he knocked it down. Dawson Lunsford, made three balls in the fourth quarter, give him 14 points tonight. 53-35 your score. Redfern tried to get to the step back. Clark closed. Here's a Dillon pull-up. It's good. Kobe Dillon, 5 fourth quarter points. He's got 13. As the Zebra's going to blow the whistles real quick. Short conference. Now we're ready to go. As Kelly enters it to Hartwell. Hartwell draws the double team, bounces it back to Chuck. Now streaks right down the middle. Press breaker perfect. Here's Lewis. Fouled going baseline, and he'll head to the strike. So Noah Lewis, 2 free throws here. Chance to get into double figures. He's got 8 points. Mentioned the Armory there. Woodrow Wilson basketball is synonymous with West Virginia high school basketball. They won 5 titles in the 1990s during the great run of Dave Barksdale. He was revered by many throughout West Virginia. And Lewis is off on the second one. He'll stay at 9. As they go near side, here's Redfern. Up fake. Now picks it up. They'll skip it over to Kobe Dillon. Dillon jab step. Into the paint, runner. Good off the window. Really tough finish. And Woodrow Wilson going to go ahead and burn one. It's just a 30-second. As we look at Kobe Dillon, that puts him right on his average, 15 points per contest. And he's got 15 tonight as the Flying Eagles will crowd right next to Taylor Kennedy, who's Got to be getting ready for his article at this point. I'm always not envious, rather in awe of the writers. Yeah, there he is right there, sporting the Spider-Man getup tonight. That's probably my favorite superhero. Glad to see him well represented, but the writers have so many particulars to keep track of. Us play-by-plays can kind of figure it out on the fly, as they'll break it down there. So underneath here's Goebel, as Beckley is going to try to press here. They got one kind of at the head of it. Let's see how they switch. It's a trap off the inbound as Lamb just flew past it. Lunsford with numbers, tries the mid-ranger, and he drains it. 8 points in the fourth for Dawson Lunsford. And he's got 19 in the game. Streaking through the lane. Good finish there for Elijah Redfern. He's got 15 points. As Goebel enters to Lamb. Lamb out of a double team. Back centrally to Christian Goebel. Throws to the midline. And a quick grab there on Chance Hardwell.
Fouls on Hawthorne. His second, team fifth.
Lunsford actually with 17. As that's good for a game high. Chance Hartwell, first free throw. Up and switched. And that'll put GW up by 16. It's number 52 for the Flying Eagles. Jalen Walton's going to check into the game, or he's getting ready to. If Woodrow's going to make a move, they got to do it soon. And that won't help. It's off. There's Lamb. Throw into Goebel on the move. Goebel kicks back out to Gale. 4:09 and winding. Big first half for Lamb. He's been held scoreless since, as that's a turnover. Zion Hawthorne underneath. No shot. I'm going to say he was fouled. Did he get the shot up first? It's a push. And it is on the floor. Second Christian Goebel foul. And the first in the quarter against George Washington. As Brady Anderson will come back in for G-Dub. And number 20, A.J. Thomas, returns for the Flying Eagles. As it's straight to Kobe Dillon. Back to Redfern. The Flying Eagles, cool mascot, as that one's off. Are there any Eagles that don't fly, though? Guess that's one to mull over, as Redfern will get a couple free throws. First one up and off. All the fans have hung around all night. Good to see support for local high school hoops here in South Hills. And that one's good. Give Redfern 16 points. As Goebel goes to Anderson. Anderson bounces backwards. Hartwell. And Hartwell pulls it. As Dillon. A shuffle across from him. And Hartwell in the paint, took the contact, he flipped it in. Little nifty scoop shot. And Hartwell can complete the three-point play. He's got 3 points. As they got number 20, A.J. Thomas. Another Woodrow sub. Thomas will check out. And back in is Preston Clary. A lot of English on that finish for Chance Hartwell. He's kind of spun it with the right, got the roll. As the Patriots are up by 18. And Hawthorne with the 4-footer, nice. Able to get to his spot and knock it down. 60-44. Lunsford was grabbed, they didn't call it. And Coach Green going to have to burn a timeout as George Washington has some trouble inbounding once again. We'll go ahead and take that one. Back after this on HD Media Game Day.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
To us, justice is not just a word. It's why we fight. Warner Law Offices. When you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
And we're back at George Washington High School, 60-44. As Woodrow Wilson trying to get back to its former glory. Having a decent season this year, 10-8 overall. When you think Woodrow, you think back to the days of Jerome Van Meter, as well as more recently Coach Kidd. And of course, Lawrence Wiseman. As Lewis is going to inbound here. Gale Lamb, one bounce forward to Noah Lewis. Lewis might have got away with a backcourt violation. It was awfully close. Calling for a ball screen. Here's Hartwell. Hartwell skips up top. Lamb, 3-ball. Perfect. Gale Lamb with 4 3-pointers tonight. And he's up to 15 points. It's far side. As Redfern crashed to the hardwood. I think somebody pushed him. And who'd they get? They'll get number 3, Chance Hartwell, his second. And the third on George Washington. Speaking of Lawrence Wiseman, I had Jim Justice actually on Full Court Press last year. Took a trip down to Greenbrier East and really didn't talk politics at all. Didn't even talk much about his team. I talked about the lineage of Beckley basketball. And it was just cool to hear him talk about some of the all-time greats and what it used to be. I kind of liken Woodrow to the UCLA of West Virginia high school hoops. Historically the best. Right now maybe in a little bit of a lull. But with a talented team, they got some good individual pieces. We've seen that tonight. Zion Hawthorne draws a double. Turnaround, no good. And Lamb secures. 2:35 and ticking. As Hartwell flip it over to Gale Lamb. Lamb across the perimeter. Plenty of space for the 3. Not this time. And Kobe Dillon is slapped on the wrist by Dawson Lunsford. Good 70-some-odd feet away from the cup. That's the last one to give, the 4th there on George Washington. And Savion Brown will check back into the game. Out comes Chance Hartwell. As it's to Walton. And in the corner, Kobe Dillon. Had his pass slapped right back to him. And Dillon spins and misses. Here comes Lewis. Out of a triple team, goes to Goebel. Somebody's got to be open. As Goebel goes top key, Savion Brown rifles it in front of the bench. Dawson Lunsford. Lunsford with 17 points goes top key. Brown kicks Gale Lamb, corner 3. It's off the mark. Long board controlled by Goebel. GW with a really even team top to bottom. It's not about one superstar. Any of these guys can contribute at any given point in time. As Brown just lost control. Redfern with the finish. Thought about the dunk. Got around the cylinder. Just kind of coaxed it in. It's 63-46. As Lewis out of a double team goes back to Goebel. And coach said there's different ways to do it. This team has really good chemistry. They like playing together. And he said chemistry was really not an issue despite all the transfers. He said they've really clicked from jump. And that is hard to do in modern basketball. High school, college, doesn't matter. As we're inside the last 60 seconds, it's 63-46. GW probably with its last serious possession here. Back cut goes Lunsford, and he'll go to the line as Clary will foul him. And I think they'll let the senior Anderson return. And up to the scores table, number 42, John Fowler. John Fowler ready to be a flamethrower over on the baseball side of things. I heard upper 80s, low 90s. Looking forward to that. We're usually set up right behind home plate down there. It's a good broadcast spot. You can see everything on the really bizarre baseball field that is GW. A couple more substitutions as Savion Brown comes back in. And Lunsford nails it.
Mullen in for the Patriots. Hall in for the Patriots.
So give Lunsford unofficially 18 points. As we got 46.6 left. Near side, Redfern. Step back from the corner. And it's off. Fowler tried to get the board. As Dillon will kick it out. Here's a Redfern 3-ball good. That'll help out the old stat line. And Redfern deflecting it out of bounds off the inbound. As they'll bounce it in. Fowler on the roll. Advances it to center court. As they'll bounce top key. 16 seconds left. Coach Green saying, go ahead and run the action. Now got a trap right in front of the student section. 7 seconds left. As it goes to the block, now elbow, 3 seconds left. And per the typical decorum, GW going to let the score stay there. 65-49, the Patriots win it as they'll improve to 13-5. We're going to step away. We are back with our post-game recap and our player of the game, brought to you by Caldwell Luce de Trapido.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Don't sleep on BOGO for $1. Grab a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
To us, justice is not just a word. It's why we fight. Warner Law Offices. When you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
And we're back at George Washington High School. You see him right there, Dawson Lunsford, our Luce, Caldwell, and DeTrapido player of the game with 18 points tonight. He got going really in that second half, got to his spot, knocked down 2 threes in the fourth quarter. He was aggressive going to the rack throughout the game. And here they are, the Patriots seniors up here by the broadcast booth. A wonderful effort tonight as they'll be contenders the rest of the way. You always remember the senior night as the final memories start to wind down and the end of the road is approaching. A couple of good ones there. Lunsford, Brady Anderson, Chance Hartwell, as well as Christian Goebel and number 11, Jackson Clark. Couple of other notable scores tonight. Gale Lamb with 15 points. He had it going from downtown. 4 made threes for him. As for Woodrow Wilson, Elijah Redfern had 21 points, and Kobe Dillon with 15. A big shout out to Parmar Stores for making these broadcasts possible. And to the production crew tonight, Ethan Young behind me, and up top, Dan Shreve for operating the camera. 65-49, the Patriots take it. This has been Michael Sussman. Have a wonderful evening.